Good evening, everyone. It is Monday, August 11th, 2025. And if you're tuned in, that means you're watching CPS News, the news that speaks your language with Jesse and Brent. Well, as you've seen, I'm not Brent. Brent's not here today. Surprise! He got a little bit taller, but I'll be filling in for Brent while he is away over the next couple of weeks. And while I don't have a lot of news experience, hopefully I won't screw this up too badly for you today. I'm feeling a little bit more confident with it because I'm next to the guru herself, one of the best news anchors in all of Mexico, who's going to guide me through it. It's Jessie Ruiz. Jessie, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for being here, to cover for Brent, to Lane. And Brent, Lane, I hope you're doing good and you're watching this, to give us some kudos from wherever you're at. Feel better. And tonight we have a lot of information for you guys, a lot of important information, a lot of interesting information. Stay with us. We have a lot to cover and we'll be here with you guys for a whole hour.
And with that, let's check out today's headlines.
Tonight on CPS News, Nayarit turns recovered properties into revenue and debt relief. Puerto Vallarta implements new tourist tax regulation. Puerto Vallarta accelerates historic center revitalization and community reforms. Parking meter proposal divides Puerto Vallarta residents. In sports news, Puerto Vallarta hosts the 40th National and International Karate Championship. Plus, we explore Puerto Vallarta's culinary treasures with AI, a flavorful journey with Char Miller. All this, events, and much more, only on CPS News, the news that speaks your language.
Let's kick things off with news from Nayarit, where the governor says the major anti-corruption operation is now paying off. And here is Joe with the details in our first story for tonight.
The governor of Nayarit, Miguel Angel Navarro Quintero, has confirmed that properties recovered through the state's Mega Operativo Nuevo Nayarit have been key to paying off major public debts and are now generating millions in revenue. Among the properties recovered are beachfront condos, residential developments, and large land parcels in prime areas like Destiladeras and Bucerias in Bahía de Banderas. These assets, once held under irregular conditions, have now been redirected to benefit the public through the state's Fondo Nayarit, a secure fund created to support long-term development. Governor Navarro explained that when he took office in 2021, the state was deeply in debt and unable to access credit. But thanks to the recovery of these high-value assets, estimated in the billions of pesos, Nayarit has now paid off debts to institutions like the ISSSTE and Mexico's Treasury, Hacienda, and regained financial stability without taking on long-term loans. Rather than selling the recovered land outright, Nayarit is now becoming a strategic partner in high-end tourism and hotel developments. These deals are structured to yield returns of 18 to 20%, all channeled back into the Fondo Nayarit, helping the state continue its transformation without additional debt. Governor Navarro emphasized that while some concerns have been raised about the rights of previous buyers, legitimate good-faith purchasers will not be harmed. The government, he says, is focused on recovering misused assets without affecting innocent citizens. Quote, Nayarit had to live, and not from debt anymore, but from recovering the heritage that rightfully belongs to its people, end quote, Navarro stated. In just a few years, the Mega Operativo has shifted the state's trajectory from financial crisis to one of strategic growth, accountability, and long-term vision. With information from Israel Torres, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
In other important news for our area, new tourist tax regulations in Puerto Vallarta has been approved. City Council members have given the green light to the creation of a committee and its official regulations to oversee the new tourist fee. The committee will now include representatives from the local business sector. Let's listen to Maria. She has the complete story.
In a significant move this week, the Puerto Vallarta City Council approved a key regulation that will enable the implementation of a new optional tourist fee for international visitors. The approval came via a joint decision by several standing committees, including those on constitutional and regulatory affairs, national and international promotion of the tourist destination, and tourist services and visitor attention. The regulation, introduced by Mayor Luis Ernesto Munguia Gonzalez, is based on Article 80 of the city's income law and authorizes the issuance of rules governing the collection of this tourist fee. Originally envisioned as a trust fund, the model was changed to a more transparent structure, a committee that will oversee the use of the funds. This committee will hold monthly sessions to ensure accountability and transparency. During the session, Councilwoman Magdalena Urbina proposed a key amendment to Article 23 of the new regulation, citing concerns raised by several business organizations, including Canarac, Canaco, and Coparmex. Urbina pushed for stronger private sector representation within the managing committee. She emphasized the importance of giving voice and vote to those who actually generate tourism-related services. Initially, the proposal allowed for 3 private sector reps and 7 from the government, but Urbina argued this was not a fair balance. With the approved modification, additional business leaders will now join the committee, creating a more equitable and collaborative governance model. The Business Coordinating Council, the Hotel and Motel Association, and the Historic Downtown Citizens Council have already confirmed their participation. This new step is seen as a bold shift toward shared responsibility, increased transparency, and a fairer distribution of resources in one of Mexico's most popular tourist destinations. With information from Miguel González Guerra, Maria Ammerman, CPS News.
Thanks, Maria. Puerto Vallarta takes action to preserve its heritage. City Council members have approved the formation of a temporary historic downtown revitalization commission aimed at rescuing and preserving the heart of Puerto Vallarta. In the same session, the municipality also approved the creation of El Colorado as the city's 5th official delegation. Here is Gus with this story.
Puerto Vallarta is taking major steps to strengthen its urban core and local governance. In a recent City Council session, Mayor Luis Munguia's proposal to form a temporary judicial commission for the rescue of the historical center was officially approved. The commission will be active until September 30, 2027, and will focus on revitalizing the heart of the city, in line with Jalisco's municipal governance laws. In the same session held on July 4th, the Council also advanced the process to elevate El Colorado from a municipal agency to a municipal delegation. After a favorable consultation with the local residents, the initiative now moves to various commissions for further study. The building currently housing the agency on Adolfo López Mateos Street may serve as the future office for the new delegate. Additionally, Council members approved reforms to Article 13 of the Municipal Ecology Regulation, now incorporating 2 local universities and key department heads into the Municipal Ecology Council. Finally, they also supported the creation of a new municipal regulation for the social prevention of violence and crime, signaling a broader commitment to sustainable and inclusive community. With information from Israel Torres, Gustavo Espinal, CPS News.
Well, that's great news for Vallarta. And from Vallarta, we travel all the way to Bahía de Banderas, where the lights are out again. Residents are fed up with power outages that are lasting up to 6 hours. And it's not just the electricity that's gone. The water supply is taking a hit too. And all of this is happening during the hottest time of the year. Let's listen to all of the details from Maria.
In Bahía de Banderas, residents are facing increasingly long and frequent blackouts, some lasting up to 6 hours during one of the hottest seasons of the year. Neighborhoods like Valle Dorado, Altavela, San Vicente del Mar, Jardines del Sol, Arboledas, and Bahía de Banderas have been especially affected in recent days, with locals voicing frustration and concern over the lack of consistent power. And it's not just the lights going out. These outages are also disrupting water service. Without electricity, the pumps and systems that supply water shut down, leaving families without basic utilities in extreme heat. While local public services say the Federal Electricity Commission, or CFE, sometimes cuts power during storms to protect infrastructure, residents say that's not the case now. They're calling on the CFE to investigate the cause and repair the lines as soon as possible. As the blackout crisis worsens, thousands of families are left in the dark, literally and figuratively. waiting for answers. With information from Miguel Gonzalez Guerra, Maria Ammerman, CPS News.
Thanks, Maria. Hopefully this gets fixed soon. It's unacceptable to be without power, especially this time of year. It's super hot. Now, a word from our sponsor, Cerámicas Exclusivas. If you're looking to give your home a fresh, new vibe, take advantage of the summer to renovate your home with Cerámicas Exclusivas. Discover everything you need to transform your spaces with style and elegance at prices you will love. From stunning flooring and modern bathrooms to those unique details that truly make a difference. Visit their showroom at Calle Federación 390 in Ixtapa, Puerto Vallarta, and explore a wide variety to fit every taste and budget. This summer, refresh your home with Cerámicas Exclusivas, where quality meets design. Follow them on Instagram or Facebook to see their latest collections and get inspired. Cerámicas Exclusivas, because your home deserves the best.
Let's continue with more information. Puerto Vallarta just got a security upgrade. Governor Pablo Limos delivered 4 fully equipped patrol pickups to the city, aiming to strengthen public safety and support local law enforcement. Mayor Luis Munguia welcomed the vehicles, highlighting how essential they are for protecting the community and improving emergency response. Here is Eric with that story.
In a move to enhance public safety across Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco Governor Pablo Limos officially handed over 4 fully equipped and branded patrol trucks to the local government. The delivery, part of the state's ongoing investment in security infrastructure, was made possible through the Public Security Contribution Fund and the Institutional Strengthening Fund. Mayor Luis Munguia received the keys with gratitude, stating, "With these patrol vehicles, we're improving our ability to protect the community and respond more effectively to their needs." The event was attended by local Security Commissioner Eduardo Horacio Lanis Cuevas, who emphasized the importance of updated tools and resources in supporting law enforcement efforts. Governor Limos reaffirmed his commitment to building a safer Jalisco for everyone, stressing that investing in public safety is a key part of creating a more secure and prosperous future. With information from Fernanda Bojorquez, Eric Stevenson, CPS News.
Well, normally at this time we have Voices of Vallarta, but like Brent, Voices of Vallarta is on vacation. However, if you want to be up here in this seat, of course not while Jesse's here, but if you want to be up here in this seat on Voices of Vallarta, just go to the website at the bottom of the screen, Jesse and Brent's website. There's a contact form on the website. Fill out your information. Give us information on who you are, how you contribute to the community, or what business you have, and you can be up here in the near future on the next Voices of Vallarta.
Of course, we love to hear about you, so, get in touch with us. But right now, we got to go on a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we got a really good segment. It's all about AI. Stay tuned.
And welcome back. Last week on Voices of Vallarta, if you recall, we had a special guest. She talked about something intimidating for some people, productive for some other people. It was AI. Char Miller is here with us today. She has a background in human resources, and she's a business strategist for Mountain and Sea Strategies. And she is here today to tell us all about AI.
Yes, I can't wait to hear about it. Let's check it out.
Welcome to Mountain and Sea Strategy Digital Compass. Turn everyday life into smart strategy. And this is the segment about exploring Puerto Vallarta's culinary flavors with AI. Hola, Puerto Vallarta. I am Char. And today we're diving into something delicious of how to use AI to explore the rich, vibrant culinary flavors of Puerto Vallarta. And whether you're a local foodie or a curious traveler or someone who just loves a good taco, AI can help you uncover gems, plan unforgettable meals, and even recreate iconic dishes at home. And if you've never used AI before, hey, don't worry. Today's segment is all about making that first step and flavor. So let's discover local culinary gems with AI. So let's start with something simple. How about asking AI for some food recommendations? And you don't need to be tech savvy. Just open your phone and ask an AI assistant like ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, or Perplexity, something like, let's see, where can I find a traditional seafood dish in Puerto Vallarta? Or how about this? Find me a cozy spot with some authentic Mexican flavors. Or how about, what's a good place for tamarind shrimp near me? AI tools can sort through the reviews and the photos and the menus and suggest places that match your vibe, whether you're craving street food, beachfront dining, or a quiet family little restaurant tucked into a nice, quaint neighborhood. And the best part is that you can filter it by mood, price, or even dietary preferences. You know what? It's like having a guide in your pocket. It's like a compass. And this will help you decode menus and discover dishes with AI. So have you ever sat at a table and ever wondered and stared at a menu and said, what exactly is pescado zarendero? AI can help you decode and delight. So try snapping a picture of the dish or the menu and asking your AI to explain it. And you'll get insights into ingredients and cooking styles and even cultural stories behind the food. And then put them down in your little recipe book. And you can also use translation tools to understand Spanish menus more in-depthly. So instead of guessing that you're actually learning, it turns every meal into a mini adventure. And if you're browsing on online menus, AI can help you compare dishes and find out what locals love, and even suggest pairings like what drink goes with the very spicy ceviche. And then also, how about recreate Puerto Vallarta flavors at home with AI? So let's get cooking. So now you can bring the flavors home and AI can guide you through recipes step by step, whether you're cooking with friends, solo, or with family. So how about this? Let's go back to our phone and say, how do I make pickled marlin and tostadas? Or give me a recipe for grilled snapper, Vallarta style. Or what is a simple way to make tamarind sauce for shrimp? You'll get ingredients like this, cooking times, video tutorials, and some AI tools can just adjust those recipes based on what you have in your kitchen. So if you're missing lime, it might suggest something like vinegar or some kind of citrus. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can say, hey, AI, help me plan a full meal with an appetizer, a main dish, a dessert inspired with all the culinary flavors. Culinary AI unlocking local flavors in Puerto Vallarta. So I want you to invite you to explore culinary AI, whether you're dining out, browsing those menus, or cooking at home. AI is your flavorful sidekick. And it's not just about convenience, it's about connection. It's to the land and the people and the stories behind every bite. And Puerto Vallarta's culinary scene is a living mosaic of tradition, creativity, and heart. And with AI, you can actually explore it with confidence, curiosity, and a whole lot of joy. And if you've never tried AI before, this is your invitation. Ask it a question, let it guide you with a new dish, or use it to plan a weekend, a food adventure with friends. Food is memory. Food is connection. And AI can help you discover the flavors that feel like home. And also, I'd like to invite you to visit my website, mountainseastrategy.com. It is a great website. Hey, I'm going to take a couple minutes and talk about that. You can find on my website something called the Career Compass. This is how you future-proof your career and business in the AI revolution. The Digital Compass, and this is where I help locals and expats enriching their lives with AI. And then also, most excitingly, we're adding the Casa Compass. And this is where you work with your favorite realtor, not replace them, as Brent said last week, to use AI to find the perfect housing and rentals to fit your perfect lifestyle. Also, I've added CPS news videos, video resources, and workshops. And by the way, I am looking for some sponsors and to work with families, businesses, and educators because I do want to create AI events for children. And also on Vallarta's ASPOT podcast, I'm going to be talking on that later this month. So I also want you to know that AI can help you do everything. So I too am updating my website with AI tools. Did you know that you can create an AI landing page in just minutes? Well, thank you very much for exploring Puerto Vallarta's culinary flavors with AI. And buenos provecho, amigos.
Thank you, Char. Well, we can search for restaurants, we can search for food options, we can search for how to make food, and I believe she even mentioned that we can search how to compare food. AI is one of those things at multiple levels. So I'm a tech junkie. My background is electrical engineering. I love technology, but it's one of these things I'm kind of held up on. I haven't jumped into it. I don't know if it's a tiny little bit of fear or not. Brent's a tech guy. He worked for a big tech company, and he's a tech guru, and he's embraced it. I believe you do as well, right?
You know what? I find it very useful. The more I learn about it with this type of products that, Char is presenting to us, the more I learn about it, the more I get along with AI, because at the beginning I did not like it at all. So I think we should give it a try. We should educate ourselves. And I think, this type of things like that Char brings in gives me a different perspective on AI, and I like it.
Well, I think for sure what she has to offer is also going to benefit people from a personal perspective and also add a lot to their business.
Yes. All right. Well, that was fantastic. But now we're moving on with more news tonight. And Joe has our next story. City Council assured downtown residents that no final decision have been made yet regarding the installation of parking meters. This was confirmed during the first meeting aimed at opening dialogue and sharing information on the topic. And let me tell you, residents have divided views on this matter. Let's listen to Joe.
A proposed parking meter project in Puerto Vallarta's tourist corridor is sparking debate among residents of the historic center and Emiliano Zapata neighborhood. The city government recently held its first public dialogue to discuss the potential installation of parking meters and smart parking systems in high-traffic areas. While still in the early analysis phase, the plan is already dividing local opinion. Some residents welcome the idea, hoping it will regulate parking abuse, abandoned vehicles, and the excessive use of yellow-marked reserved spaces. Alejandra Flores, who lives in El Cerro, says it could be a good option, quote, if it truly removes all the parking abuses and benefits those of us who live here, end quote, she says. Others, however, are skeptical. Xochitl Diaz, who lives on Guerrero Street, stressed the need for transparency and a clear parking scheme, asking, quote, where are we, the residents, supposed to park? End quote. Meanwhile, the president of the Emiliano Zapata Neighborhood Board, Graciela Ortiz, says her community is firmly opposed, citing past rejection of similar initiatives. The mayor's office says the final decision will be shaped by community feedback. For now, the conversation continues as Vallarta weighs modernizing its streets or preserving them as they are. With information from Israel Torres, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
Well, do you live downtown or have property there? What are your thoughts on this matter? We would like to know. Please go to our website on screen to send us your comments, or do it via Facebook or on the YouTube comments. Now, let's move on to more news about Bahía de Banderas. Oh yes, let me tell you that homeowners in the Terralta neighborhoods of Buceria say they are facing illegal pressure from the Nayarit State Prosecutor's Office. Buyers claim that officials will only release their properties from a court order if they sign a complaint against the developer, Dinámica Desarrollo Sustentables, S.A. de Sigue. The Terralta developments have been stuck in a legal fight since 2022, when the company was accused of fraud. Many homeowners were happy to hear their homes could be released, but they say they are now being forced into a lawsuit that has nothing to do with them. According to residents, prosecutors are telling them they must go to the public ministry, show proof they own their home, and sign papers that are already prepared, making them part of the case against the developer. Some people have signed because they're worried and want to solve the problem quickly. Others refuse, saying they were promised that buyers in good faith would not be involved in the dispute and would only need to confirm ownership to get their homes back. Neighbors accuse the prosecutor's office of using the situation to make its case stronger against the company. They have asked the courts to explain the process clearly and to protect homeowners from being pulled into the long legal fight. And I must say, all of this information was provided by Israel Torres. Thank you so much, Israel.
Now we have another word from our sponsor, and this time it's La Katrina Cantina.
Fun. It's always a great time at the La Katrina Cantina. But now let's get serious again. We're going back to more news, and let me inform you, Puerto Vallarta's Mayor Luis Munguia will request that the Federal Attorney for Environmental Protection, Profepa, stepped in and sanctioned those responsible for polluting the city's beaches.
Mayor Luis Ernesto Munguia Gonzalez said today he will ask the Federal Attorney for Environmental Protection, Profepa, to step in and sanction any developments that are polluting the city's beaches. The announcement follows recent determinations by the Federal Commission for the Protection Against Sanitary Risks, COFEPRIS, that Camarones, Mismaloya, and the mouth of the Cuale River are currently unfit for recreational use, a blow that came in the middle of the summer holiday season. Munguia told reporters he will formally request COFEPRIS studies through official channels so municipal authorities can review the results. If the tests identify problems, including possible water waste discharges from hotels or other tourist developments, he said those properties should be observed, reprimanded, or fined, and that Profepa should act immediately. The mayor noted that the municipal water utility, Ciapal, operates 3 treatment plants in the region, 2 in the north and 1 at the central facility, but stressed that further investigation is needed. Recent bacteriological tests reportedly found elevated levels of Enterococcus faecalis, an indicator of fecal contamination. Munguia also acknowledged natural factors could be at play, such as river runoff, sediments, and debris carried into the bay during seasonal flows. He urged health authorities to clarify testing methods and findings and called for swift, coordinated actions to protect swimmers and restore confidence in Puerto Vallarta's beaches. With information from MGG, Gustavo Espinal, CPS News.
Well, I'm glad he cares about the cleanliness of our beaches. In other news, this one may cause controversy for folks who like to have a beverage. The official inspection and regulations will fine liquor stores that fail to close by 10 p.m. Boo! Although the rule does not apply to conventional stores.
The Puerto Vallarta City Office of Inspection and Regulation will begin enforcing closing hours for small grocery stores that sell bottled beer, city officials announced today. Stores licensed to sell alcohol as an accessory to the main business must close by 10 p.m. Failure to comply will result in an official citation and an administrative fine. Carlos Cesar Mejia Amezcua, Director of Inspection and Regulation, says inspectors are carrying out evening patrols to ensure compliance and that merchants were recently reminded about Article 70 of the city's commerce regulations. He noted that grocers may request up to 2 extra hours of sales by applying to the Registry and Licenses Office. This restriction does not apply to convenience stores, restaurants, bars, or other businesses with different operating licenses. The measure aims to address repeated citizen complaints about late-night alcohol sales and to preserve neighborhood order. Residents may report violations by calling the municipal office at 322-224-0918 or 322-224-7805. Callers receive a report number they can use to follow up on their complaint. The municipal government says it will continue rounds, especially during evening shifts, to enforce the rules. With information from Miguel Gonzalez Guerra, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
There you have it. And remember, the restriction does not apply to convenience stores, restaurants, bars, or other businesses with different operating licenses. Now, let's talk about roads. Yes, and how Nayarit governor is pushing for federal takeover, for the federal government, to take over on Nayarit's roads. Let's check the information from Maria.
During his visit to Bahía de Banderas, Nayarit Governor Miguel Ángel Navarro Quintero renewed his call for the federal government to take over the state's road network, saying the state lacks the funds needed for proper maintenance. Navarro made the request directly to Jesus Antonio Esteva Medina, head of the Federal Secretariat of Infrastructure, Communications, and Transport, during the official launch of the Amado Nervo Bridge. He explained that the high costs of maintaining these roads are beyond the state's capacity and suggested formal agreements to transfer control to the federal level. The governor noted that Jalisco's governor Pablo Lemos Navarro has joined the push, as Jalisco also manages a large number of state highways. According to federal data, Nayarit's state network includes 10 toll-free roads covering 154 kilometers. In Bahía de Banderas, key stretches such as Mezcales to El Colomo and Bucerías to San Juan de Abajo are in urgent need of upgrades as they connect tourist areas, urban centers, and the mountain communities. Navarro stressed that without federalization, these critical routes could face further deterioration, impacting both residents and tourism. With information from Miguel Gonzalez Guerra, Maria Ammerman, CPS News.
Thanks, Maria. Well, let's talk about health. Are you concerned about your health and well-being? Now, don't miss the opportunity to take care of yourself. At Hospital Hoya, your health is their priority. They offer a wide range of high-quality medical services, including comprehensive medical checkups, laboratory and imaging services, consultations with specialized physicians, emergency care 24 hours a day, intensive care unit, pediatric unit, and many other essential services. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 322-266-1010 or 322-226-8181. To stay up to date on promotions and special pricing, follow Hospital Hoya on social media, because your health and your family's is what matters most. Hospital Hoya, committed to your well-being.
All right, thanks, Dan, for that information. And while we've had a lot of really interesting, stories, I really like the Terralta one. I know that a couple of people have contacted me here in CPS News about this. So do you have, what's your view about it?
The Terralta one is really interesting because, that I dabble in real estate and I did a bit of a deep dive on this. There was over 1,200 properties in that entire investigation that were involved. Mm-hmm. And what's interesting about this is we've kind of got this divided road. So there's developments that the government had said that the good faith buyers that are showing their documentation, mm-hmm. they're going to be okay. And so those banners are lifted now. And so they're breathing a sigh of relief thinking, oh, everything's going to be okay and everything's fine. And Terralta's not really convinced of that. So they're not part of that first one. Mm-hmm. So that second road, CPS is going to have to follow up on that because we're not sure where that's going to go. They're holding back a little bit. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's crazy. We are going to be following this story. But for now, we have to take a quick commercial break. Stay with us because after this, guess what? Sports is coming.
All right, Puerto Vallarta, it's that time again, your weekly dose of adrenaline and goals. And this week's sports section is brought to you by Inglés Valle.
Yes, it's sports time with David, the sports guy. Dave, tell us what is up.
Good evening, sports fans. I'm David, your guy for all things local and athletic, and I'm happy to say this segment is brought to you by Inglés Bahía. Tired of not being able to communicate in Espanol? Inglés Bahía is here to help. This local language school in Mezcales offers in-person Spanish classes for beginners with passionate professional teachers ready to get your Espanol flowing. Whether you prefer one-on-one or group classes, Inglés Bahía will boost your vocabulary and confidence in no time. Located in Mezcales at Avenue Valle de Mexico, numero 2, right off Highway 200, it's a perfect place to practice with taco stands and shops all around. Call or WhatsApp 322-230-7208. Inglés Bahía. Más español, por favor. All right, let's talk sports now. On Saturday, August 10th, Puerto Vallarta joined cities across Mexico for a special edition of the Ride for Peace and Against Addictions. Organized by the Mexican Institute of Youth and backed by the Government of Mexico, the event promotes healthy lifestyles, social unity, and awareness among young people and about living free from addictions. Here in Vallarta, the ride started at 5:30 in the afternoon from the DRSE Puerto Vallarta building and ended at Parque Tucalandia in the Palmar del Progreso neighborhood. The best part, everyone was welcome and joined in on bikes, skates, skateboards, or by simply walking with their pet. It was a safe, family-friendly event with a positive message for our community. If sports are your passion and you're thinking about turning it into your career, the Puerto Vallarta Municipal Sports Council, CAMUDE, has opened applications for their Programa Universitario Renace in a bachelor's degree in physical, culture, and sports. Officially recognized and offered in a hybrid format with online Saturday classes designed for athletes, coaches, and fitness entrepreneurs. The program lasts 3 years, starting August 23rd, and offers special scholarships, no admission exam required. Space is limited, so if you're interested, send a WhatsApp to 322-156-3398 with the word Renace, or check out CAMUDE's official website. From August 7th to 10th, Puerto Vallarta hosted the 40th edition of the National and International Karate Championship. This competitive event, endorsed by the Mexican Karate Federation, brought together more than 500 competitors from across Mexico and abroad. The action took place at a local Vallarta hotel with multiple categories and age groups on display. Not only is this a showcase of top-level martial arts, but it's also a boost for sports tourism, drawing athletes, families, and coaches from around the world. Vallarta was represented by several local martial arts schools, and the hope is to see our karatekas shine and maybe even earn spots in other international competitions. And finally, some great news for local soccer fans. 20-year-old Alejandro Cortez Cibrian, born right here in Vallarta, made his debut this week with Club Puebla's first team in the League's Cup. Puebla faced off against Montreal from Canada and took the win 2-1. Alejandro, wearing number 206, plays as a defender and is already impressed with his solid and disciplined style. He earned his spot after standing out in tryouts a few years ago, and now his professional debut marks an exciting milestone not just for him, but for the entire Vallarta soccer community. He's part of a new generation of athletes making their mark and inspiring the next wave of talent. There you have it. I'll keep bringing you the stories that make our local athletes and events worth cheering for. I'm David the Sports Guy. See you on the next round. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Well, I'm glad he's the sports guru, because I'm going to tell you, growing up, I was horrible at sports. Like, you know when you're a kid and they're picking teams and you're always the last one to be picked?
You were the last one?
I was the last one. I'm
that's
the tech
heartbreaking,
guru.
Dad.
That's what I do. It's horrible.
Well, if it makes you feel better, balls would follow my head everywhere.
There you go.
So I always got hit in the head by balls. So there you go.
I wanted to mention one thing that he brought up, that David brought up, was that bachelor degree program. So that's really good. There's, what do you call it, scholarships. It's like free funding, anybody who's into athletics. So this could be a really, really good opportunity to to merge the two together and get a good education if you're an athlete.
It's true. There you have it. There's a lot of really cool stuff, when it comes to sports here in Puerto Vallarta. And thank you, Dave, because you always give us, all informed about all of this local sports information. And Vallarta, please don't go anywhere. We have more news, more good vibes, and we have this message from the legendary pirate ship Mari Galante. Oh yes, they're back with the fully revamped immersive pirate show, packed with acrobatics, music, special effects, and epic water activities. And now's the time to climb aboard because they have a 50% off the regular experience or 45% off their VIP premium menu, featuring beef medallion with lobster, filet mignon with shrimp, and tasty vegetarian or vegan delights. Plus, zip like a true pirate with their premium open bar. They have Great Goose, Don Julio, Jack Daniels, and many, many more cool, delicious alcohol brands. You can also meet their new mascot, Josefino, or snap some new selfies and live the pirate fantasy of a lifetime. Book now at pirateshipvallarta.com. That's pirateshipvallarta.com. Do this before the treasure sails away. Ahoy! Arr. There you have it. Sounds like fun, right?
Okay, so when you guys asked me to be on this show, I came specifically for the R, and that was a pretty weak R, so I need another R.
Here you go. Arr.
R, okay. All right.
That's what you came for.
That's
yeah,
what I came
love
for. A couple of things to touch on. So Brent's away. He's away for like a week or two. So we miss you, Brent. I'm keeping the seat warm for you. I'm sure the studio wants you back because they have to be patient with me because I make mistakes sometimes.
You're fine.
I'm trying. Chat about a couple of events. So I went to an event last week with my family. It was a motorcycle event in Behind Gallerias. This brand had some motorcycles that you can test. They had a small course that you could actually ride.
Fun.
There was a stage, a DJ, a band, a mechanical bull for kids to ride.
Wow,
you had to
that's
wear
my
your
type of
gear.
event.
So the gear was, of course, warm and stuff like that. But speaking of the heat, what are you going to do over the next little bit to kind of stay cool around here?
Well, I try to go wherever there's AC, like La Catrina Cantina.
Boom.
I also like to go to the rivers. Rivers are perfect right now, to keep cool because they're, I think in the winter time, they're too cold to get
Yeah,
into,
for sure.
but right now it's perfect. So, let's enjoy this beautiful paradise.
We're going to try doing the movies. So have you gone to any of the movie theaters this time
I
of
have
year?
not.
If you go to the
but
movies
that's
this
a
time of
good
year, it's
idea.
like penguins. It's so cold because of the air conditioning, which I love. I'm Canadian, so I love when it's cold. There's some really good movies out there now that are like family friendly. Smurfs is out there for kids.
Oh, that's good that you tell me. This is great.
Jurassic, I can't remember there's a Jurassic Park one out there anyway. I can't remember. It's, there's 14 different Jurassics. So
Yeah,
it's Jurassic,
the last
whatever.
one.
So movies, we're going to do it over the next couple of weeks. It's a really good way for you to get out with your family, especially over the next couple of weeks. The kids are going to be going back to school.
Yes.
So now's the kind of time to do it.
Yes, you gotta do it now. But for now, we're gonna go on a quick commercial break. When we come back, we have On This Date and the events. Stay tuned.
Moving us on to the entertainment segment, but first it's time for On This Day. This is probably the funnest part, right?
It's the funnest part, and it's Brent's favorite part, so I hope he enjoys it if he's watching.
All right, well, ladies first. You go first today.
Oh, all right. I go first. Wow, that doesn't ever happen when Brent's here. All right, so I think what I found is that today is Nutritionist Day. So happy Nutritionist Day to all the nutritioners out there. And also it's World Steel Pan Day. So there's that steel pan. So usually it's they're celebrating the steel pans that you use for steel drums.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
so So there's that.
There you go, still pending.
Incredible,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Who knew? Buriga?
What do you have?
Oh, I thought you said something. They said Buriga. Okay, I'm thinking she's telling me something in Spanish that I didn't understand. Okay, I'm going way back. I'm old school, so I'm going to go in 3114 BC. It was the start of the Mesoamerican long count calendar. Do you know of any Mesoamerican societies?
Mesoamerica. I should know. God, what, like the Mayans or the Aztecs?
Perfect. Okay, so I didn't know this. I'm trying to sound all smart in here. The Mayans were a perfect example, so we've added that part in here for Mexico. This is one that has to do with our stories later today, and that was in 2008. It affects a lot of people in Vallarta if you rent or if you are a renter. And Airbnb was founded on this date in 2008.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Exactly.
Can you do you remember life before Airbnb?
No.
It's crazy.
Exactly.
We get used to things so fast, you guys.
Yep. Normally we have like Mother's and Father's Day in Canada and the United States. You guys have Dia de los Niños, but in the United States right now it's National Sons and Daughters Day. So
that's really cool.
Yep. What else do I got? 1929 Babe Ruth's 500th home run. So that one's for David, so that I had to put something in there for sports, so I look like I was eligible.
There you go. There you go, Dave.
And if you have an Apple device, be happy that the Wozniaks got together one night and had a baby because it's Steve Wozniak's birthday. It was August 11th, 1950. Yay. And I have two more. They're linked together. Do you know what kinetic sand is?
I do not.
So kinetic sand it looks almost like Play-Doh.
Yes. It's true. Yeah, Bella plays with it all the time.
And it molds and does some weird stuff. So it's Global Kinetic Sand Day, and I'll link that in with one more, and that is Play in the Sand Day.
Oh, well, there you go. Yes.
The perfect spot for that.
Perfect. So. Well, this was fun. Thank you. You had a lot of information. So I really love that. But right now, we got to go listen to what's going on here in Puerto Vallarta on events. Join the nocturnal bike ride every Wednesday in Puerto Vallarta. It's a peaceful protest for safer mobility and super fun way to explore the city after dark. Meet at Las Ballenas in the Marina at 8:45 p.m. and ride to Los Arcos on the Malecon and back. Don't forget your helmet, light, gloves, and a bike in good condition. And if the weather allows, there's even a final sprint for those up for the challenge. Visibility matters. Let's ride and be seen. Wednesdays just got a whole lot better at Katrina Cantina. Their ladies' night starts at 5 p.m. and Gloria Fiona will sweep you away with her soulful voice. She sings everything from ballads to country and rock. And get this, she sings in Spanish, English, French, and Italian. Impressive. Pair the tunes with tasty cocktails, delicious food, and a vibe you won't forget. It is your perfect midweek escape. Plus, it has strong AC. Each Friday at noon, join Pam Thompson and guests for a focused yet friendly Friday conversation at the Living Room Bookstore. It's a great reason to get out of the house, cool off in the AC, meet new people, and reconnect with familiar faces. Everyone is welcome. There is no cost to attend. Just show your support for the Living Room Cafe by grabbing a drink or bite so they can keep the AC running. Check their Facebook page for this week's topic or guest. Feel the rhythm of Argentina on the Malecon every Friday at Hotel Rosita. Start with the free beginner tango class from 6 to 7 p.m., then stay for the milonga practice from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. Make new friends, sip something tasty, dig into delicious bites, and dance like nobody's watching. Check out Tango Fridays at Hotel Rosita, where Vallarta meets Buenos Aires. Also, on Fridays at 6:30 p.m., catch the award-winning performer Tony Kenneth at Katrina Cantina. His show features stunning visuals, custom changes, and a mix of the best rock, disco, oldies, and pop hits. With powerful vocals and non-stop energy, Tony will make it a night to remember. No cover at La Katrina Cantina. Attention brands and entrepreneurs in Vallarta. Want your brand to stand out while supporting a great cause? Of course you do. The 3rd annual CPS Media Fun Run is coming this October 26th. Be part of one of Vallarta's biggest events with over 3,900 participants and a media reach of more than 350,000 people. All proceeds go to Canica and Horizonte de Paz, supporting children with cancer and addiction recovery. WhatsApp them at 322-109-6449. Let's make an impact together. And cruise into the weekend with Vallarta's all-English radio show. It's your dose of classic rock, local vibes, and real stories from real people just like you. Join your host, yes, me, every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Radiante 98.3 FM. You can also listen online, podcast style at radiante.fm or on Facebook. Just search for Vallarta's Asphalt page. Buckle up and enjoy the ride on the radio. All right, well, that's a wrap for this week. Stick around for more news. All right, great events, a little bit of everything this summer. And I forgot to tell you about one of like a really, really colorful annual celebration. And this is a very famous corn festival. It has music, it has food, it has traditions, and it's not very far away, so you should check it out. It's at Jala. Write this down, Jala, and this is, of course, in Jalisco. Just look for it. It's the Corn Festival in Jala, and it's going to be this weekend. And now I'm going to present to you Mr. Dan. He has a great story about rentals in Bahía de Banderas.
Thank you, Jesse. Next up, a story on rentals. Bahía de Banderas has officially overtaken Puerto Vallarta in the race for some of the priciest rental markets in Mexico, according to a June 2025 study by the Instituto Tecnológico y Estudios Superiores Occidente, or ITESO. The municipality now ranks 15th amongst the 50th most expensive places to rent in the country, while Puerto Vallarta comes in at 21st. The study, compiled by ITESO's economics department using public data from online real estate listings, reveals a striking jump in the rental prices across tourist-heavy areas like Riviera Nayarit and the Jalisco coast. In Bahía de Banderas, monthly rents range from 2,500 pesos to a staggering 190,000 pesos, with an average of 36,850 pesos. By comparison, Puerto Vallarta rentals range from 3,100 pesos to 120,000 pesos per month, averaging 34,472 pesos. Researchers point to the booming short-term and vacation rental market as a major driver for the surge, especially in high-demand destinations like Nuevo Vallarta, La Cruz de Guanacaxtli, Punta Remita, and Sayulita. While this trend is a windfall for property owners, it's squeezing local residents who are finding it increasingly difficult to secure affordable housing. Experts warn that the growing influence of vacation rental platforms and the influx of both domestic and foreign visitors are accelerating the gentrification process in these coastal hotspots. So in paradise, it seems the view comes at a premium. Now, in our final story tonight, investors are looking to bring a new luxury tourism project to Riviera Nayarit, with plans that aim to combine high-end development and environmental sustainability. Here are the details.
Local and international investors have unveiled plans for an upscale, eco-conscious tourism enclave called Los Pueblos, to be developed within the Riviera Nayarit region of Bahía de Banderas. Aimed at blending exclusivity with environmental stewardship, the initiative is described as luxurious and sustainable, with design concepts focused on low-density development that harmonizes with the region's natural and social landscape. Reportedly, the site under consideration is along the Punta de Mita corridor, one of the most sought-after areas in Nayarit, while branding and specific project details are still being refined. Stakeholders anticipate significant employment opportunities for locals as development moves forward. Additional information, such as timelines, master plans, and investment structure, is expected to be disclosed in the coming months. With information from Israel Torres, Eric Stevenson, CPS News.
Well, with the news every week, we have some good stories, some
Yes.
not so good stories, and some, I would say, balanced stories. I think some good stories are that Mayor Munguia is working with the federal government to keep our beaches clean. Not only is that important for us here living in Vallarta full-time throughout the year, but also for the tourism side of things. I would imagine it would probably be good for the ecology of it and everything as well.
Yes, I'm glad they're doing something. I mean, they are the Green Party.
And then bad stories like the CFE and the blackouts. I mean, that's really dangerous this time of year,
I
right?
know, very dangerous, especially for the elderly, and the young ones. So be careful out there, keep hydrated. And I mean, if you have any comments about this, or if you want to let us know about any other situations questions, please do so on our website or on the YouTube comments.
And one other thing I wanted to touch on, one of those last stories that we talked about here with the increase in rental rates and stuff like that, I think that's both, like, as it said, domestic and also international. We have a new international airport coming in here.
Yes.
We've got the new highway from Guadalajara that comes in here. Someone last week, I think it was Brent, mentioned in a story, or it might have been someone else, that there's a new airline coming from Canada. So that cash injection is needed for Puerto Vallarta in our high season, but we see the other side of it here where it's got some really drastic impacts.
It's true, gentrification is getting to us, but hopefully with all of this tourism coming here, our economy gets better. So there's that. Let us know what you think, of course. And I think we're all out of time, Dan. Thank you so much for covering.
Did I screw up too bad or what?
No, you did fantastic.
The seat is warm here for you, Brent, so it'll be ready for you to go when you come back. This is where they put in the digital tears, or that everybody misses that.
We'll see you soon, everybody. Have a great night.
Take care.